Hi there, my darling Virgos. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for August 4th, 2025. So, my darling Virgos, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finishing off with angel answer cards. So, my darling Virgos, we are still in Mercury retrograde, so I hope that's going okay for you. I mean, us Virgos, and I say us because I'm a Virgo, we know how Mercury retrograde works right now. I certainly don't let it, stop me from doing anything. Like, I've released several things during Mercury retrograde, and all of them have been successful. So I am not worried about that at all. It just gives, it allows us to work with the energy. We're supposed to use the energy, not be led by it or not be run by it. All right, let's see what we've got. Mental conflict. Wow. I haven't seen this card come up for a long time. So we may be conflicted this week, my darling Virgos, of, some kind or another. We might be going through, a bit of mental turmoil. There might be, obviously, something that is conflicting with us, whether it's, it says mental conflict here, but it could be that, someone has challenged an idea of ours. Someone has, I don't know, not agreed with something that we have said, or, something like that we feel that's caused, mental conflict. Clearly, it'll be different for everybody, but I guess for me, mental conflict would be, that I've put my heart and soul into something, and I can't figure out why it's not working. That would be mental conflict for me. It would be, wouldn't sit very well. But I know if things like that happen to me, that I need to take myself right out of it. Take myself out of the situation and go do something fun. Go for a walk, do my workout, whatever, to get yourself out of that stuck type of, feeling, my darling Virgos. All right, let us consult the tarot here and see what messages we've got for you. What does Virgo need to know for the week of the 4th of August, 2025? Nine of Swords, yeah. There's the mental conflict, anxiety, worry. Okay, so that's the universe saying I meant what I said. Temperance, love to see temperance come in. Balance restored, and the Hanged One. Okay. All right, my darling Virgos. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together. So yeah, we start off here with the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is that card of, like I said, that's a card of mental conflict. It is the card of anxiety and worry and, being sleepless nights, as you can see. She's got her head down on a day bed, whatever you want to call it, and she's clearly not happy. So I feel, and look, I don't know about you, but I feel things deeply. I absorb other people's energies. If something doesn't work out, I want to know why. I want to know the ins and outs of something if it hasn't worked out or it's not working out, my darling Virgos. So there could be something going on around us. And look, it could be something to do with Mercury retrograde. As I said, the energy is there of, with Mercury retrograde, it's a lot of things. So, regenerate, repurpose, redo. That's the theme of Mercury retrograde, is to go back. And, we're given the opportunity to go back and work on things that maybe hadn't worked out the first time. So, but what could be going on here is that we still can't work out what or why something didn't work out, my darling Virgos. So I feel that we're being encouraged here to release this mental conflict, that it's clearly not serving us. We need that balance to be restored, my darling Virgos. That's really what I think. Sorry. That's what I feel here is happening. But look, I'm loving that we have Temperance coming in here, because Temperance is that card of alchemy, that card of balance. It's the card of turning one thing into another. And I would like to feel that we are turning that mental conflict into peace, my darling Virgos. So, it's like I said, that card of alchemy, turning one thing into another, turning water into wine type of thing. Now, what's not visible on this card that is in the traditional tarot, the Waite-Smith tarot, is that there is a path going through the card, and there's a crown, a golden crown at the end, and that is the path to glory. So what we have to realize with the Temperance card is that, we need to stay on that path to glory, but balance our energies as well. So, we need to just keep moving forward, my darling Virgo, is what I feel off, this Temperance card, is that we're being encouraged to just keep moving forward and to have temperance here. Temperance our energies, making sure that we're not going too much into our own heads here. And it's kind of makes sense here with the hanged one. The hanged one is all about hanging from the tree of knowledge here and gaining enlightenment. And you can see the head here is glowing. But it's time, that we're allowed to, take a pause, take time out, gain all the knowledge and wisdom that we need. But it's time to get off that tree, my darling Virgos. It's time to use what enlightenment we have gained and bring it into the physical realm. Use it to move forward. Use it to move out of this anxious mental conflict that we're going through here. Because staying stuck is only going to perpetuate the cycle, I feel, my darling Virgo. So yeah, I feel that we're being encouraged here to get off the tree and use this energy wisely. Use what we've learnt. Don't stop moving forward just because it's Mercury retrograde, my darling Virgos. Don't not put into action what we've learned just because it's Mercury retrograde. That is what would be keeping us stuck, my darling Virgos, is, thinking that we can't release something, can't release an idea, can't release something because it's, Mercury retrograde. But if I'm going to put it all together, what I feel is that, yes, there is some kind of mental conflict. It's come up twice here, even 3 times. This is the mental conflict, but this is what's keeping us stuck, is staying on the tree, my darling Virgos. And I just do feel that it's time for us to get off the tree and use this energy of temperance, the balance. We need to turn one thing into another, turn the turmoil into action, into forward movement, my darling Virgos. That's what I feel here for us. It is kind of a mixed message, and we do have 2 major arcana here as well. So, one trumps the other. I feel that that temperance trumps the hanged one, but I feel that this is just holding us back, my darling Virgos. We need to release this anxiety and worry and, have beautiful temperance, move forward with temperance here, my darling Virgos. Alrighty, so if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I am very active and interactive in the comments. I would love to know if this, resonates with you. And look, If you can see something that I can't and you want to give that message below, please do, because, you know, I'm all for, you know, hearing other people's point of views. So yeah, if you can see something that I can't, put it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, yeah, communicate clearly. I think that that is one thing that will help us move forward, is to communicate clearly this week, my darling Virgos. Yeah, let go. Let that anxiety go. Let it go and let it flow, my darling Virgos. Meditation brings answers. Yes, it might be a good time. Well, I think, as I said to you before, I always go for a walk, do a workout, do something like that that takes you out of your head, my darling Virgos. Take action. What did I say? Yes. I said it was time to get off the tree and take action with that Temperance card, and that's exactly what's come up. This is the universe saying I meant what I said, my darling Virgos. Yeah, and choose a new direction. So I feel that it's time, even though it's Mercury retrograde, it's time to get off the tree and take action, put into action what we have been, working on, thinking about, not letting Mercury retrograde hold us back, my darling Virgos. So I can only see beautiful energy coming in for you this week, my darling Virgos. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.